it's your gaming gentleman here, member of We Game here and Extreme Xbox Gamers. Now, I've had a quick break from YouTube, as you may have noticed, and I'm back, and I've missed a lot of gaming news. There has been tons of information through the games, through Xbox, and it's been really fascinating, so let's break it down. Right, let's get into the gaming news. Now, first topic is Batman Arkham Knight, specifically the season pass of Batman, and how it is the same price as the standard full game. Now, this made a lot of gamers quite angry, and well, specifically when they're buying DLC at full price as the standard game, you really want to know what you're going to buy. It made the gamers sort of blindfolded in just trying to guess what are they going to get, and it got quite a few gamers angry, and I think Rocksteady knew this. So now it's a role reversal, and the gamers are quite happy because the announcement of Batgirl in the Batman Arkham series. I find it quite fascinating that a large gamers just completely turn around with this one picture alone, and to me, I think this is a good thing, good DLC, because I really want to learn about the backstory of Batgirl, because I've really just got to know Batgirl from the old cheesy Batman movies, and not from the comics, and it's quite intriguing because I want to know who is Batgirl. So, also, what else is included? So we also have the Season of Infamy. Play as Batman in all new story missions featuring legendary supervillains invading Gotham City, with new story arcs, missions and gameplay features. And also Gotham City Stories. Play as Batman's key allies in narrative missions extending their storylines from both before and after the events in Batman Arkham Knight. We also have legendary Batmobiles with themed tracks. Drive the most iconic Batmobiles from Batman's 75-year history on custom-built racetracks, each themed to that Batman-specific era. Every Batmobile will be drivable across each race track. Crime Fighter challenge maps. Engage in a series of new challenge maps utilizing the unique playstyles of Batman and his allies. And also some character skins. A variety of character skins from across the eras for Batman, Robin, Nightwing and Catwoman. So this is what the DLC is going to include, and I'm not surprised with the price tag. I want to know, would you be getting the DLC for Batman, or would you just be playing Batman like me? I don't think I'll be picking up the DLC until I literally completed Batman. See, this is a very intriguing topic, and one that we may discuss in the Welsh Chris podcast, and that is people who get DLC day one, people who purchase the season pass day one, like Call of Duty, for example. A lot of people buy the season pass day one without even knowing what's going to happen. Well, we sort of get an idea, but I can't do it. I can't go into DLC blindfolded, but I want to know your thoughts on that thing. Right. Let's talk about the Microsoft conference. Microsoft had its own conference a couple of days ago, and they showed off some really great things to do with the Windows 10 and how it's all going to come together for the PC, the Windows Phone, the laptop, the tablet and the Xbox. So what was so good about this, and one thing that particularly highlighted out, was people got to test out the new streaming ability via the Xbox app on PC and the Xbox One. The ability to stream any Xbox One game directly to your PC as long as the Xbox One console is on and your PC is in the same Wi-Fi. Now, when they tested it out, it looked fantastic. It was running smooth. It was running perfect. They were playing Sunset Overdrive on the laptop, and I will leave it in the description below, but they said how fantastic it was, how smooth, how lag-free it was. And the capabilities of this is really exciting. And imagine the scenario: your wife or your girlfriend is hogging the TV, and you want to finish that match on Halo. You want to kill some noobs. So what you do is you get your laptop and you can either go downstairs in the garden and you can finish off your game via the Wi-Fi, and to stream directly is just fantastic. And it's innovation like that is gonna come, and it's really exciting to what we may be getting. Now, what else was so really great about this was that they were running it on the Surface Pro 3. Now, that is basically just a tablet and a laptop together, and it really isn't powerful at all. It's not as powerful as these amazing PC gaming rigs. And they said it was so perfect and so smooth, and the frame rate, and they said it ran as if just normal playing it. And this to me is really good, because that means people don't have to go out and buy these expensive laptops, expensive home PCs just to run or to stream these games. And it's focused on the software with Windows 10 to be able to stream these games, and not focused on these hardware and the CPU and the GPU. So I think this is really great, and like myself, thinking of getting a new laptop, but I don't want to buy a massively expensive rig to stream games. And I think Microsoft knows this and are aiming for the entire target audience with their normal laptops. Now, one major thing from that conference is also Hololens. Now, Hololens made another appearance showing off the different capabilities and how developers can easily program their software for HoloLens, and also they reached out for anyone who wants to build games on the HoloLens, and this was very good. And a lot of developers were testing out how they could code to get their games running. So HoloLens is now an official gaming device. It's also gaming is a primary focus for HoloLens, and I'll be very much excited what they're going to do with gaming for HoloLens. And I do think HoloLens may see an appearance at E3, maybe a game, but we'll just have to wait and see, hopefully. And so what they basically showed, they showed like a Mission Impossible trailer, and you could shrink it and enlarge it, and video quality in different apps, and they were really good. And I love the capabilities of augmented reality better than virtual reality. I do like the thing to being grounded to real life rather than to be a total immersion. But I just think Microsoft really, they're projecting amazingly compared to Apple. I mean, when did Apple become the boring one? Seriously, I really don't know, but I just think it's absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to what they pull off next, and I cannot wait for the release date of Windows 10 somewhere in July or August, hopefully. Now let's talk about games with gold for May. We've got Castle Storm Definitive Edition and Paul Nation FX for the Xbox One, and for the 360 we've got Mafia 2 and Formula 1 2013. And a lot of gamers were disappointed as we got Paul Nation FX twice now. Now I think if you're going to download a game, you really do it within the first month. Now I think these prolong for the second month, I think it's a bit disappointing, because I remember before we used to get 2 brand new fresh games, straight out, and there wasn't this continuation from the months. Now I think this is going to be the standard now, where we only get one, and one game is prolonged even further. But for the 360, I'm quite excited, because there's Mafia 2, and that to me was one of the best games I've ever played. Now, if please download Mafia 2. If you're not downloading these games, please go and download them. But Mafia 2 is fantastic, and what experience I had with the Mafia 2, we're getting that side of New York and getting the history about the violence and the crime. And I really enjoyed that, the overall presence and the story of that game, and the freedom and the open world. I really did love it. And one specifically highlight for Mafia 2 was the fact you played half of the game set in the 1940s, 50s, and then one half was set in the 1960s and 70s, and it was completely changed. The music changed, the cars changed, the people changed, the landscape changed, and it was just really quite fantastic, and I don't think any game has really achieved that. So please download Mafia 2 right now and the Games with Gold for Xbox One 8U. But yeah, Old Castle Storm Definitive Edition is really great as well. It's quite nice. It's quite a child-friendly game, and I quite like the fact it's tower defense mixed with sort of that role-playing game. I quite like that, and yeah, it's quite nice. I love the Games with Gold, and I always look forward to it every month to see what we're going to get, and hopefully we get a AAA title maybe one day with Games with Gold, maybe Dead Rising 3 or Forza Motorsport 5, something that we may have missed. So that is my news for you. It's great to be back, and I look forward to more videos, and I look forward to you watching them. So without further ado, it's your gaming gentleman signing out, and I hope you have a great day.